Hello, my fellow gamers. I bring to you what I'm dubbing a genius random game review. Sort of what I've done every so often because we need a break from our regular scheduled program, which is usually a break from the online player PvP game. So here we have Firewatch, a game that I kind of feel is kind of retro. It's almost 9 years old. Actually, it's almost 10 years old now. And why do I think you should check out this game? Well, one, if you're a fan of those like 80s murder mysteries like Murder She Wrote, you might feel some comfort in this. Now, there is the storyline involving your character, which, in case you hadn't noticed, this is from a first person perspective. Pretty cool, in my opinion. And that story is a very personal story, something that many people can relate to in the real world, involving when a loved one, especially if that loved one is perhaps on the younger side of life and suddenly develops an unfortunate mental disease. Like, spoilers for almost it's Alzheimer's. But this isn't about that person. This is about someone in charge of taking care of them and trying to deal with that responsibility and coming to terms with that. There's your more personal, heartfelt side. Then there's the mystery side. And yes, there's also murder. That is in this game that helps kind of keep the suspense there. And it's low key suspense. You will feel like there are some threats early on, but there aren't. This is very chill. This is very story driven, and yeah, there's a lot of walking, but the map is seems big, but it's kind of small. And only once did I ever kind of like, I thought I knew where I was going. I'm not. I'm a little lost. You might get that a little bit, but it's not that hard to figure out where you are. It's simple like that. This is one of those early days of the simple indie games starting to come out. And that was, well, boy, are we now really enjoying the indie games. And this current full price is $20 for Firewatch. There is an extra bundle you can get that'll bring the price up to about 22 on all platforms. But again, this is an old indie game. Look out for sales. This was a while back on PlayStation Plus. I think I missed out on that and did pay. I'm fine with that because developers and artists like this need our support, and we need them to make games that we don't hate. And like when I say simple, you could sit down and beat this game, the storyline, in about 3 to 4 hours. That's great. When you need a break from your main grind game, having someone go, hey, just give us an afternoon, one afternoon, that's it. And yes, there's a save feature. If you are curious about exploring the map fully, finding all the little Easter eggs and stuff, yeah, 6 hours. That's estimated from what I got off the internet, and I beat this again in about 4 hours. No sweat. You don't get overly taxed mentally. They want you to progress. Speaking of Easter eggs, there is a commentary for when you might want to listen to after you beat the game if you're curious about that kind of behind the scenes stuff. Um, I found that it's kind of like, you know what? Maybe I will give it a second play just because sometimes, you know what? I like director's commentary. I like to know what the producer, actors, directors, developers were all kind of trying to do, what were they thinking about, what changed, what didn't change. And I think this is a really good and interesting video game that might is good to take a break from your main grind, because if you spend too much time grinding, you may find yourself burnt out and pissed off at the game you claim to love or feel trapped by. And when you feel trapped by something, that can just be poisonous to yourself. So keep an eye out for Firewatch. I hope you enjoyed this random game review. Like, and let me know in the comments what you think. Will there be more of these? Yes. When will they happen? I don't know, because in case you can't tell by my channel, my main grind is World Tanks Mod Armor. And someday I have delusions of being a variety game content creator. But for now, this is how it is. So learn from me, take a break, and play other games, because you need them, and they will make you, well, a better gamer for starters, and possibly maybe a better person. But sometimes it's just about having fun, and that's what video games are for. So I'll catch you in the next one, whenever that will be. But next week we're back to the regular scheduled programming, and I will admit, I will be talking about tanks that have been beaten to death, but I did not do them justice, and I hope to right that wrong. Hopefully, I'll see you there. Bye.